Welcome, collectors and hobby enthusiasts, to this episode of Diecast Emporium Military Mondays. Not all weapons of war are flashy, elegant, or beautiful, but all of them are equally as critical. And nowhere does that bear more fruit than the history of the 2.5-ton cargo truck, what we all affectionately known as the Deuce and a Half. The Deuce and a Half began its heritage in World War II, where it earned its nickname through hard work. The truck could carry anything from guns, gear, to guys. It was critical that throughout the European theater and the Pacific theater, that no matter the condition, no matter what was going on in the battlefield, no matter the logistics involved, these supply trucks got through. So this one that you're seeing is a GMC 2.5-ton 6x6 CCKW truck made by Johnny Lightning in 1/87 scale. Obviously, the cargo net on here is outfitted with a medical cargo net on here. This truck in 1/87 scale has a opening hood, which is pretty nice, as you can see in here. Not much detail inside, but there is a motor. You can see the USA designation on top with the circle and star. There's also a yellow highlighted circle in the center of the radiator grille, detailed wheel hubs, and again, some more detailing on the back where it reads 421 TC, which I'm assuming is probably related to the Army unit that this was attached to. Nice little model. Obviously, for Johnny Lightning piece, it retailed for under $8. And I believe this is the one that came with the little mini diorama set that was released not too many years ago. So a nice little truck. So this was the beginning part and the golden era, 1944, of the first 2.5-ton 6x6 truck. They were used as much in Vietnam as they were in World War II. And then during Vietnam, they were made by REO Motor Car Company and designated as the M35, and then later the M35A2 2.5-ton truck. So here's my example of that version, and this truck, believe it or not, is still being used today. It was used extensively all throughout Vietnam and in Desert Storm, and as I mentioned before, overseas even today. This version, by Matchbox in the Premier Series, was based on a transport truck used in the first Gulf War in 1991. You can see the detail on the front grille with headlights, turn indicators, mirrors, the triangle decal on the door, a plate designation, lights on the back, detailed hubs, rubber tires, and even a spare tire on this side. There's also a jerry can below the driver's door. This one also features a removable tarp, where you can see a lot of individual components in the back of this Deuce and a Half. To name a few, there are some shovels, some cables, some more jerry cans, and 2 extra spare tires. Also in the back, what can only be described as some spare ammo crates. So that's this version of the Deuce and a Half, as I said, made by REO Motor Company. This truck is still used by over 40 countries throughout the world. And for it being over 50 years old from its original design, it's one of the vehicles in the U.S. military that will probably see it being used by 3 different generations of Patriots. Pretty cool fact there. So, what's the latest Deuce and a Halves that we have up our sleeves? Here's an example of it. This is the Stewart & Stevenson FMTV 2.5-ton 4x4. Now, the FMTV is the family of medium tactical vehicles. These are now produced by Oshkosh Defense. The originals from 1996 to 2006, under the original contract for the U.S. government, was produced by Stewart & Stevenson. These cab-over trucks provided a lot of improvements over the previous generations of the 2.5-ton cargo trucks, including improved mechanical performance. Obviously, the cab-over design allowed for improved ergonomics inside of the truck, bigger, more robust style wheels. You can see that there is a spare tire in the back as well. You can see that there's a couple examples of some ammo cans in the rear, ammo crates. This version of the FMTV was made by Masto in the early part of the 2000s in 1/87 scale. And you can't really tell, and it makes no difference, especially if you're using this on a train layout or a military display, but it has the pullback feature, as you can see and hear there. This does come with a top that fits over it, the cargo net. However, I left it off simply just to show you the detail that's inside of it, so that you can see that as well. So there you have it, collectors. That will conclude this edition of Diecast Emporium Military Mondays. Again, not necessarily a tank or an infantry fighting vehicle or a Humvee or anything else, but these vehicles are just as, if not more important, to the military arsenal. You can't really fight a war if your military is not fed or not adequately equipped, or their weapons aren't loaded, and that's specifically what these vehicles are designed to do. So let me know down in the comment section below which generation of the Deuce and a Half is your favorite. Are you a sucker for perhaps the World War II era original Deuce and a Halves, where it got its name based on the weight of the vehicle and its cargo carrying capabilities? Are you more of a Vietnam/early 90s era of perhaps the M35A2? Or are you more of a fan for something more modern day? For example, with the family of medium tactical vehicles, or the FMTVs. You let me know down in the comment section below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support that this series of videos has been received, and I hope to continue to do more in the future. Until next time, take care and be safe. I'm Tommy with Diecast Emporium. I'll see you in the next review.